What's up guys, Aaron Productions Lighting and Sound here, and today I will be doing a behind the scenes video, even though it's really going to be a slideshow, of my Christmas display for 2020. It is now 2021 and the display has been taken down, so hopefully I cover everything in this video because not like I'm going to be able to go out and take a picture of it, but let's get started. So we're going to start from the left. This might go a little out of order, but first thing, this was actually new for this year. We have 3 spiral trees. These are all on different channels, of course. So the 2 small ones are LED, and they came in a 2-pack from, I think, Home Depot. We bought them at the end of the season. And then the big spiral tree was actually a GE, like, LED strip, 3-channel chaser tree thing. I just took the lights off and put incandescent lights on there. These are kind of annoying with the 2 small trees because the dimmers can't handle the low current that they draw, so they would get stuck on. So I had to use Febreze plug-in air fresheners on them as a dummy load. I'll show more of that issue later when I show the dimmers. Okay, so on the tree, which is right next to the little trees, this is a real tree, of course. On the trunk we have LED mini lights, and then also LED 5mm strobes. There's 2 strands on there. I tried to order a 3rd one, but I ordered the wrong thing, so I ended up putting down the inflatable that you could see kind of next to the car. So shining up on the tree, which you can see in the photo on the right side, we have my Chauvet Professional Colorado 3P, or it might just be the 3. I'm not sure what the difference is between the 2. I guess I could look at the model, but that's a very bright wash. You can control each individual section in pixel mode, but I just have it as a 3-channel fixture because it's not going to make that big of a difference when you're lighting up the tree. So as you can see, it works really well. Next up, this wasn't in the photos, but I added this later. We have my Santa blow mold, which I took the incandescent light out of there and just have a Chauvet Professional Color Dash Accent Quad. So this is a red, green, blue, and amber fixture. So I kind of added this last minute, so I just put it on a same channel. So it was kind of annoying to have red and amber on at the same time, because the pars and stuff are all 3 channels, so it was RGB, but obviously the red channel for the next light would turn on the amber channel of that fixture. Santa does have some LED ball string lights on him, and those are on the same channel as the tree, and so is this little train. I literally just threw this out there just for extra stuff. And there's also a star shower motion, as you can see. Obviously the green laser doesn't work because there's no red only mode. It's either red or green, so it's obviously in red-green mode, but the green is dead. Nice. I have a Startastic laser. I don't think they sell the model I have, but it's so much better than a star shower because at least for the past 3 years it's held up with both lasers working. Anyways, next, here's the inflatable that has the string lights that I ordered the wrong ones of. This has steady pure white, and then also the strobes on it. I just wanted all strobes. I should have looked at the listing, but it's alright. It works as like reins or whatever you want to call it for the reindeer. This is from Lowe's. We got it at the end of the season for like 20 bucks. This is like $180 inflatable if you were to get it in the regular season. And there's also some of those Show Home app wash lights that I used for lighting up the tree on Halloween, or at least uplighting it a bit on the tree behind Santa, which you can see the back of the presents on there. We have these light balls from, or ornaments I guess you could say, from Home Depot. I don't think they had them this year, but they were amazing. Then there's also a twinkling incandescent string going around there. I guess that's what you call them. And then light blue. And those are on 2 different channels. So on the house here, at the top we have icicle lights. On the windows we have green Phillips lights, and I just covered the unused ones with electrical tape because if you take out the bulb, then the few that are on the end of the section that's around the window would go out, so that's not good. And then around the garage door, those are also the Phillips strings, but those are just the full 100 count. On the garage, we have a color band Pix IP on each one. So I'm actually using the pixel mapping capabilities of these. So every single light is a different set of 3 channels for the RG and B values. And then we also have a wreath on this side, and then on the other side of the house we have the lights around the windows. My snowflake, which is another thing from Home Depot, which we got the wreath and the snowflake for $60 each, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of expensive. I would definitely recommend the wreath over the snowflake, because the snowflake is like not 3 feet. I don't know, they really kind of skimped out on that one. But also on this side, if you look under here, there are icicle lights. These ones are LEDs, so you could see that they kind of stay on a little bit, and they faded a lot, which was annoying. But those are just on a separate channel so that I could do a little chase or falling type effect. So on the stairs this year, which this took a while to put on and take off, on each side there's 4 different strands of 100 lights, so I could do chasing patterns and stuff. I connected the 2 sides of the stairs together, so it only used 4 channels, but it really did look nice. If you've seen the video, I do have the multi-angle video, which I don't have a regular single angle out, but there's a shot with the stairs in it only, and it looks really nice. And then also we have the trash can cover that's required by our homeowners association decorated, so I just put a net light on that. And then around the door, which I didn't take a picture with this on, there is a lighted garland. It's multicolor, so just like pretty much everything else. And then on the door there is a Slimpar IP, Slimpar 56 IRC IP, which you can see right here. Right next to that, there is my Gemmy inflatable snow globe. This doesn't have real snow, it has strobe lights in the back. Kind of wish I bought the one that has the actual snow, but oh well, it's held up over the years. And then right next to that, you can see the base of the snow globe. We have, I think there's 8 of these little candy cane pathway lights. I wish I got more of these, but oh well, I don't think they sell these anymore either. It's going crazy. And then I have my little candy canes. These are 2 different channels. There's sets of 3, and then I added an extra one that I had at the end, so there's 7 here, but it's only 2 channels, but you know, it's alright. Oops. And then here we have colored, and then there's white. You can kind of see it turning on a little bit there. C7 lights, and these are all on their individual stakes, and I've zip tied them together so that I could simply just get rid of the whole strand at the end of the season. Alright, next up let's look at the tree here. So all of the strands are on a different channel. I just have them hooked to a branch at the top of the tree. I have garden stakes or landscaping staples that I cut on half of like the nail head part of it, and then I just bend those into a hook and put those on the end of the light strand. Use the pole that I used to put the icicle lights up on the clips, and then they stay there just fine as long as you have it like twisted around the branch so that it doesn't have that much room to jump up and down and wiggle itself off. But there's 6 strands there of multicolored lights, and then also in the tree we have 3 Slimpar 56 IRC IPs like the one we have on the door, and then there's also par 16 cans lighting up like the inflatables, and there's a flag in the back that we use for every season. Alright, so let's take a look at this is like my projection screen type of thing where I put my countdown and a little sign saying Merry Christmas. I was originally putting my laser that I have that can do messages on it on here, but for some reason like it would just freeze and the laser would go out if it was near the ground, so I had to put it on a pole, and I put it near the house, and it was it's weird. I don't know. It's a Mr. Christmas laser. I honestly recommend it because it's really nice to have scrolling messages go across your house with information for cheap. It was only like $50. But anyways, so this is just a clear tarp that I use for usually keeping the rain off of my lights in the tree when I use it for Halloween, but it works as a screen just fine. I ended up using a black tablecloth on the back of it just because the light was coming through, and it would obviously make it so that it would be too powerful against the image that I'm trying to project onto it. So I just gaff taped that onto the back. It's just a dollar store tablecloth. You can see another par 16 right here. This was lighting up a inflatable that was right here. So I just had a Merry Christmas gobo. As you can see, the countdown, there's some trees in the front. This Tune 2 sign was added later because of the snow that was covering up my lighted one, so I just put this one that I had from like my first year on the truss. Which, speaking of, this is 10 feet of just regular 2-pole truss. I'm not sure what to call it. It's not box truss or triangle, so I don't know what to call it. But we have these swivel clamps just holding it onto here with another pipe going vertically. And then here are the 2 projectors on the lawn. Since we're in this area, let's take a look at my control shed, even though usually I don't go in this order, but oh well. So actually, let's start on the outside. So we have some Gemmy LED pixel lights going around the outside. These just do their own thing. And then there's also a Happy Holidays laser projection on it, because this is the only place that I could find that it would show up, because it didn't even show up on the little tarp here. But inside my shed, I didn't end up using any of this. This is my Elation 12-volt dimmers for my gravestones. I just left it in here because all of the cords go out and I didn't feel like taking it out. But I have 2 dimmer packs in here. One of them is an Elation one, and then this one's an American DJ one, which gave me so much trouble because, first of all, one of the dimmers, which this was brand new in box, it was fried, or one of the triacs was fried, so I had to replace that. After I did that, of course, something else still has an issue. So apparently when I plug DMX out in to the unit, it would just completely start doing random things, like it was getting a bad DMX signal. I wasn't sure if it was because of the terminator at the end or whatever, but I had to run, or I had to plug in wireless DMX, which also messes up my radio signal, and it's probably not compliant with anything. I don't know, it's from China, the wireless DMX. But, what a pain. But also, of course, my Light-O-Rama 16-channel controller is in here. There you can see all the Glade plugins. Some of them are Airwick, whatever. Just so that I could make the LEDs turn off when they're supposed to turn off. And then I ran out of those, so I had to use some extra lights that I had laying around. That's basically what's in here. There's some power strips. I did use the power strips, or I used this one, I think. Not that much in there, though. And then inside the garage, as you can see, there's some more of the Glade plugins on this one. And then I have this is American DJ, but they're the same model. This is an Elation, another Elation DP415. This is a Chauvet Pro D6, and then there's an Eliminator ED15, I'm pretty sure is the model number. These are 4-channel, and then this one's 6. And they're all DMX, of course. Okay, we're going back outside now. So here's my Tune 2 sign, my Grinch inflatable. There you can see the truss with the tarp on it in the back. Over here, this is obviously lighted by a par 16. This is a Santa with a surfboard and a penguin with a inner tube. So it's supposed to be like Christmas in the sand. I don't know why I took such bad photos. So this tree is wrapped in red and green lights right here. This took a long time to do. It wasn't that great because I programmed it like where the channels would turn on and off quickly, so it wouldn't even get to full brightness, which is really annoying. But oh well. And then also in the tree we have these light balls, like the same as the white ones, except these ones actually have individual plugs on them. So I have red, green, and blue channels, so I could do chases or whatever, have them turn red and green and blue. More crappy photos, but we also have lights on the bush. These ones run vertically, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then these ones are just on the dead bush next to the snowflakes on the right side of the house. Alright, right here's some more inflatables. So we have this snowman here, which I actually have a fan from a Martin Fiber Source QFX 150 inside of there because the original fan broke and it runs on 12 volts. But apparently, as you can see, it's working not too well. I mean, it's not enough to fill it completely, but it's alright. And then also we have my helicopter, which unfortunately when I was trying to pull snow off of it, I ripped it, and you can see I put some clear tape on there and it works fine. But also apparently the base is cracked, so that's another place for it to let out all the air and get messed up. But oh well. Now we're moving on to sort of the final stages here. But we also have in the windows 4 Chauvet Intimidator Spot 110s. So I programmed these inside, and then I just put them onto these crates that I put upside down in front of the window. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. If you were looking at it in the daytime, you could see the 2 moving heads on each side shoot right out the window. Had to make sure that I keep it within boundaries, even though I did kind of get it on my neighbor's house a little bit. Oops. And then for so that you could see that, we have my Chauvet Hurricane 1800 Flex, and then a Lasco blower fan because my hazer cannot keep up with this. Now I also added 2 dedicated circuits, so these are 2 different 15 amp circuits, and then I'm also using 2 other circuits. One of them has an outdoor plug, but they're not dedicated or anything. They have other things on them, which is why I needed these 2 dedicated circuits, especially for like next year when I use the geysers. I had to run cables inside the house, which was annoying because you're letting all the cold air in. Alright, now finally let's look at my control center again. It hasn't really changed from last time. We still have the 2 monitors, the Dell Optiplex 960. Pretty much everything is the same. We have the Whole House FM transmitter 3.0, and then the only thing that's really changed here is that I have the Data Stream 4 inside instead of out in the shed, because I need to split DMX to go one outside to all the lights, and then the dimmer packs, and then I have to go to the moving heads, which I didn't want to obviously go outside back inside because that's kind of a far run. And then also on the end of that, you could see the wireless DMX. I just wanted to have it as close as humanly possible to the actual shed itself, so I put it on the end, the port 4. So yeah, basically that is it for my display for this year. Not as grand as the Halloween one, of course. Hopefully next year I'll get some more stuff. I actually did get some nutcrackers. I'll put up a photo of that, and then I got a few lights. Really, everybody was out of lights by the time I went to the store, so I only got a few things at Home Depot. But that is going to conclude this video. Of course, if you have any questions beyond what I've covered in this video, or if you have questions about what I have talked about in this video, please let me know in the comments below. And that is going to conclude this video. Have a great rest of your day.